Oh, really? Right in there?
We'll go up here first, and then we'll come back that way.
Yeah.
So how long has it been covered over like that?
Oh, since June Blige left.
2006 or?
I was up here the day they covered it. Forest Service come up was with a cat. I just happened to be here. It was on my birthday.
Yeah, you told me that.
And that's when they covered it. They were hoping that I'd reclaim it and open it back up again, but I didn't have the resources to do that.
Yeah.
But this one wasn't, but this one was.
Okay, maybe I missed it. I'm going to GPS this.
This one's still hanging in there.
Okay.
This tree might live for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the heart significant?
King's Mine.
King's Mine?
Yep. The Royal Mine.
Which would mean that means that they were getting the royal fifth too out of it. It was a
Right.
king's mine. He was getting his money, and it would have made it important too. Important mine to know about.
Yeah. And there was other trees in here that were marked third.
A third of the
I have-
third.
He's already working on
By
it.
the time it made it back to
I
Spain,
got-
thought maybe
traded
he
hands.
Well, they had finally what they did.
maybe
Let me tell you what they did finally.
He already sent me some.
The King Philip knew he was getting swoggled by his people.
Yeah.
So he sent agents, and they were called counters. And they go into a place where they were milling, getting either coinage or bullion, and he'd make them put marks on it, on every bar, that they inspected those bars.
Uh-huh.
And then they'd count the bars. And then when they were brought back to Spain, those bars better be there, or those counters would be headed.
Ah, yeah.
And so if somebody was stealing something, they'd catch them on this side of the ocean and kill them. And if they couldn't replace those bars, then they never went back to Spain. They decided they best stay home.
Just abandon
here. And that's where those renegade Spaniards come from. So the king started sending soldiers over to find those renegades, to kill them and bring them back to justice.
Huh.
You know? So it got to be pretty bad. They were pretty greedy all the way
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I can imagine being that far away from home, thinking, you know, there's no way the king's going to find out.
Then eventually they found that slave trade with Utes, Navajo slave trade was a lot more profitable than gold, so they started doing that.
Wow.
Wow.
Selling the Navajos.
Behind the wooden door.
Well, they went down here and all the way down the stairs and into the wooden door.
Yeah.
This tunnel was another tunnel made by the Spaniards that come in below the stairs. This is the tunnel that had all the mahogany in it.
Oh.
Had mahogany logs this big.
Props.
And there's no mahogany been growing on this mountain since the 1700s. And we had the Forest Service look at those mahogany, they couldn't believe it. But they were so soft I could stick my finger in them.
Wow.
That's hence the mountain barren of growth.
So this used to be Mahogany Ridge
Yeah.
with mahogany trees that big around.
Wow.
And like what Sean said, that's why it's barren of growth in certain areas, because there would have been mahogany trees up here.
Yeah. Well, the Spaniards talked about when they came up here to mine this. It was on the map. It says a mountain barren with, was a barren mountain.
Well,
In fact,
that's
the very
true.
top of that didn't have pine trees on it.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
and the mahogany wouldn't be on the very top.
You're right.
Mahogany be
Down below.
Down
and
below.
Surrounding it. Yeah.
So do you think someone put the mahogany there before the Spanish showed up?
well. There was a Pre-Columbian mine, according to Howard Steen's mining engineer.
Yeah.
And he said this mine, this is Pre-Columbian. This mine down in there was actually mined and props were put in before any known
Spanish or
European
anybody
was
came
here. And it could be the Phoenicians, it could have been the Celts, it could have been the Romans. Found a Roman coin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's-
that
You gotta
would
have
make
a kind
sense.
of open mind when you start talking about that stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
You know, I mean, we stand to think like we're taught in high school.
Right.
But you got to think beyond the box. You know,
Yeah.
you find stuff that you can't identify, and you wonder how did that get here. You find rolled steel that's made into an axe, like I got at home, a pick. It's been rolled,
That's
and it's very Roman.
yeah.
Found in here.
Wow.
Well, the Spaniards didn't do that type of work.
Do they roll their swords? I can't.
They'd do the ancient ones they did.
Yeah.
And the other picks and stuff were all rolled steel.
Wow.
Did that make it stronger? Or was that
Well, that's
just
the only
method
way they had. They
used?
couldn't. They had no other way to do it. And so they had to make it stronger because it was laminated
Yeah.
and kind of welded.
Like a glue lamp beam.
Right. And so you start looking at those artifacts and you have to start thinking, looking back and say, did these people make this at that time period?
Yeah, they
If
didn't
it
use
didn't
those
fit,
methods.
then you got to forget that and go on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what would a Roman coin could have been legal tender by the Spaniards in the 1700s, but it's it's likely, but it's more likely it was Roman. Look what the Romans did in down in New Mexico or in Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah. You got all those Roman artifacts. Where did those come from?
How about the Roman coins they found in Little Cottonwood Canyon in
Yeah.
a cave? How they get there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Wasn't
still
somebody walking around with Roman coins in their pockets.
yeah.
Now, weren't you telling me that at one point there was a mining company that tried to tunnel in another way and
That's a good question for
couldn't
Steve.
find it? Or they failed?
Here?
Yeah.
The old,
Was
the
that
old
another
mine.
area?
Was that what happened? They ended up, there was a mining company, I thought I read or heard, there was a mining company that came in here that maybe worked with you? Or
Well,
after
there was Has Petroleum, and then there was the two brothers that came in with June.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking
But
of.
nobody else. Now the Bird family owned a bunch of claims up on top. They were looking for the Josephine mine,
Uh-huh.
and they're the ones. If you remember, you're coming up the road. There's a road when you get pretty close. It shoots off to the west.
Uh-huh.
That'd take you up to the mill site and township.
Oh.
Because the Birds owned all those claims up on the very top. Was going to make a township because they thought they found the Josephine mine up there in the pit on where the lake is.
On the backs. Oh.
And they were looking for the Josephine mine in the 1890s.
I'll probably just
Where's Todd?
Todd.
Todd!
He's already up.
I'll probably just skirt along the edge.
They got their shovels hidden right there.
Did they really?
Right here?
But they didn't.
This barrel and the
Hey,
tools,
Tim?
but yeah, it doesn't look
Yeah.
like they've moved
So
much.
I can show you the edge of that tunnel.
Yeah, let's go over there. Okay. I want to mark that on GPS.
Okay, when you get over there,
Big rock right here, yeah. Right around in here, huh?
Oh yeah, look at that. Outcropping coming right out of the ground. That makes a lot of sense.
a little bit further over there, is wood props in the tunnel. This one here's got better mine props on it. It's got inlaid timbers on it.
Yeah, this one. You sent me the picture of when you could see that one and this one together.
Yeah.
And this one looks like it's built very well. So which one's the dangerous one? This one, this one? This one. This is the old dangerous one.
That's the original old Pre-Columbian mine.
Okay.
Wow.
That's where the old mahogany props were before we ripped them all out.
Man, I want to see that.
Right near that.
Whereabouts would the door be, Steve?
Huh?
He said more on.
More that way.
More this way?
Yeah. Anyway, we found manganese, molybdenum over there. What's that? Is that earth?
There you go.
There's one in
What'd you tell me at that time? You had like 110 pounds
Yeah, we had a lot. Now you're only on 10 per person.
There you go.
Picking up something right here.
Yeah.
Does that look about right?
Yeah.
How deep it goes?
Yeah.
Good, big, ain't it?
There's something.
Pretty big.
Yeah, right there.
It's wide.
Reading it right here.
Yeah, it's wide, isn't it? Look.
It's
Yeah, about 4 feet. 4 feet. How deep is it goes?
Fortunately, it doesn't tell you how deep.
Oh.
I guess
Well, in general, how deep it can go?
it depends on the size of the object. Like a car, 20 feet, something that size.
Yeah.
So if you have a huge And it's also made for detecting cavities.
Oh,
So a tunnel, it'll detect a tunnel because
it's hollow.
any change in the mineralization of the ground, it'll detect it. So it's hard to, unfortunately, you don't know if it's a cavity or if it's minerals, you know,
Yeah.
iron or gold or something. So it's basically just good for locating it. Then you got
Locating something different under. Yeah.
But you're supposed to be able to tell how big it is by coming backwards towards it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it's
I
about
haven't-